Good evening, listeners. I'm Byron Bertram.
And my name's Ivan Penaluna.
In tonight's episode, SPCA to start euthanizing animals by firing squad.
Oh, you guys like to tell jokes and giggle and kid around, huh? Giggling like a bunch of young broads in a schoolyard. Well, let me tell a joke.
I wanted this to be professional.
I don't gotta listen to this shit.
You certainly don't, pal. Because the good news is... Awesome! With Byron Bertram and Ivan Penaluna.
Right, so that's a bit misleading, that headline, isn't it? Like all of our headlines
all
are a
of them
little
are
bit
pretty misleading,
misleading. So that story actually stems from a news story this week that Utah was getting tired of waiting for lethal injection drugs to be delivered, and when they do get delivered, they don't work properly. And so what they're now saying is that they're going to bring back the firing squad to execute its backlog of prisoners. So what do you think about that?
Well, it's an oldie but a goodie. I mean, it's funny. I don't understand how all of a sudden this company in Europe runs out of this chemical, or they start having this moral high ground where they'll just like, we don't want to do it because you are using it badly, and this is the only reason for the chemical to kill people. But all of a sudden now we take moral high ground. This is some pseudo-European accent. With
Is this company based in Romania?
I don't know where. It's just a made-up European hybrid that is
Right.
made up for the sake of some moral chemical poison that they sell to
I think they're from Belgium or somewhere. Can you have a go at that accent?
This is bad. We thought that you were going to use it for chocolates and keeping time, but no. Once again, you disappoint.
All right. So basically, this is the interesting thing. This is the interesting thing for me about this story, is that basically the producers of this drug, sodium thiopental, right, have all of a sudden got a conscience, and they're now saying, you know what, we don't want to make this drug anymore. It's a terrible thing. Well, guess what? You knew about that when you started making it.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, the game's different? So they've said, we don't want to make this anymore. There's all of these states across America going, fuck, how are we going to kill our prisoners? And all of a sudden, they're like looking around going, well, we can't go back to gas chamber or electric chair for obvious reasons. It's barbaric. They've moved on since then. But, contrary to what most people are probably thinking right now or feeling, I think the firing squad's probably a very humane way to go. Like hanging, right? It's really quick. I mean, there's no lingering around. And,
and it's sexy, too. It's got cachet.
It's sexy, exactly. You get a brick wall, you get a cigarette, you get a blindfold.
Yeah.
That's good, right?
It's kind of European. It's sort of...
It's very European.
Yeah.
So Utah's going to lead the way by bringing back the firing squad. I'm quite happy about that.
But you know what I don't get about the lethal injection drug is like SPCA, they kill animals all the time. They love killing animals. That's like their favorite thing to do.
So, yeah.
And they have tons of this drug.
Right. So I'll be interested to know whether the SPCA use the same drug as the states in the US do. I don't think they probably do. Obviously, they're not having problems with it. They have no problems putting down a sort of like 30-pound Alsatian.
Yeah, no.
Right. So I don't see why they can't get in contact with these people and say, hey, we just put down a 30-pound Alsatian, no problem. What have you got? And they'll go, well, we've got a 300-pound black male convicted for murder, and that's just up the dose.
Yeah.
Just do
Wrongfully
it that way.
accused, probably, right?
Well, yeah, but that's no bearing on the dosage.
No, that doesn't.
Okay, so so why not just do that, right? And the other thing is heroin. People die of heroin overdoses all the time.
Totally.
How hard is it to get someone, to cause someone to have a heroin overdose? I mean, you just give them a load of heroin, they're going to overdose, and they're going to die.
Yeah.
And they die in a nice way, right? Ground control to Major Tom.
Exactly, yeah. No, and then they go out in, a nice cloud.
Yeah, exactly. I can't imagine that being any worse than this sodium thiopental.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like it's that big of a problem.
I don't think it's a problem. But if you want to bring back the firing squad, I think that's fine. That's great.
Yeah.
Nice and sexy of them.
Yeah, it is. Or what you could do, you could bring back decapitation, film it, send videos to ISIS. Show them,
I think that's a rubbish idea. I think decapitation, I mean, it's pretty abhorrent. And the way ISIS do it, the way the Muslims do it is fucking horrible. I mean, do you want to go like that with a small knife?
No, you
want
to show
red
them
cut
how
off
it's
with
done.
a 5-inch knife? Is that what you want?
No, you want to show them how it's like in more efficient
What do you
French
want?
guillotine kind of stuff.
Oh, you want French guillotine style?
Yeah.
No. Well, okay, fair enough. Bit messy. Why do you need all the blood? You don't need all the blood.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you're making a statement.
Yeah, that's true.
See, the blood makes a statement.
It does make a statement.
If there's ways of killing people
Well, you
without.
could just use it for horror movies.
What about all the cleaning up you got to do with the beheading?
Yeah, it is a mess, isn't it?
Unless you're not bothered about cleaning up.
Well, then you could hire a bunch of like Mexican janitors.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know how Mexicans will feel about that
Yeah.
comment. Anyway, what else have we got?
Well, let's go into the news.
Let's go to the news. Let's Bill O'Reilly it up.
This is the fucking news.
All right, go. In 5, 4. I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
This is the fucking news.
Fucking thing sucks.
Okay, so this week in the news, this is a great story. I love this one. Ireland accidentally legalized ecstasy, methamphetamine, and ketamine for a weekend. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, that's hilarious. I'm sure drinking is involved, like anything, that goes through Irish politics or just anything to do with Irish-related events.
Before you get into the racism, let me just give you the backstory here. Apparently, they repealed a 1977 Misuse of Drugs Act, but then they couldn't come to an agreement on the new law, right? So, and this was on a Friday afternoon. So, for 48 hours, drugs were legal in Ireland.
It's like, let's deal with it after the weekend.
So you had to go back to the racism straight away, didn't you?
Was that racism or?
Well, you just, you do a bad Irish accent, it's probably
I guess it is a
racism.
race.
Yeah. Can you do a Jamaican one now?
No, but that's racist.
Why
That's
is that more
definitely-
racist than
because
an
it's
Irish
just-
one?
Well, it's just white liberal guilt, isn't it?
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'd just like to know how your mind works.
Plus, I'm partly Irish anyway. I think somewhere.
Fuck off, Byron.
Yeah. If ever I want to be racist, I'll just claim I'm that.
Right, so can we just get back to the story? Okay,
Yeah, sure.
so supposedly, right, they realised their mistake on Monday morning, got back to it and went, fuck, and then they and then they put a law together and went, that'll do, and then threw that into the legislature. I can't even say it now.
Legislator? Or?
There you go.
There you
Thank
go.
you. And that'll do, and away you go. So, but for 48 hours in Ireland, I suppose it wouldn't matter if you got caught with those drugs during that time because the police would still arrest you. But I think where it's going to matter is when you go to court and they try and prosecute you, then it won't stand if it happened in that 48-hour period. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, have you got anything else to say about that?
That's hilarious. So basically, if you're held in jail for 2 days, would they just have to be like, what? We're just gonna have to hold you here until we could make a law?
Yeah.
Right.
No. They'd just hold you there, say you're being charged with this. They wouldn't say, hey, by the way, this law wasn't in operation whilst we arrested you. They would, they'd probably release you and then not say anything about it.
Yeah, right.
Your lucky day. You'd think it was your lucky day.
That'd be amazing. Is there ever been a case of like murder or rape or anything being legalized?
Well, so you mean like on a Friday afternoon they had a few beers and
Yeah.
then they went, fuck it, let's repeal the 1977 murder and rape laws.
Yeah, outside
And
of
then-
India, have they done that?
Yeah, and then they couldn't come up with a replacement law. So for 48 hours on a weekend, murder and rape were legal.
Yeah, you just
No.
said no?
No, they've never done that. Not even in Ireland have they done that.
Yeah.
There you go. That's my bit of racism.
That would be, so anyway, basically, if 48 hours, if you were a meth head and it was your lucky 48-hour window.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, there's another story in the news as well. An Indian bride-to-be walks out on a wedding after the groom fails a skill testing question.
Yeah, the skill testing question apparently was 15 plus 6, and his answer was 17.
See, if you can't answer that question, you shouldn't be getting married anyway. And you definitely shouldn't marry somebody who can't answer that question.
No, you shouldn't. But I mean, did she ask him in English? Maybe.
No,
that was the point.
you're missing the point now. I think the point
no, I shouldn't
is
shoot.
really that basically, I think maybe this is just a very cunning way. This is in India, right? Maybe this is the Indian authorities' way of not, putting people off or disallowing people to marry people who are too young for them. Like, for example, I've got an 8-year-old. If you asked him what 15 plus 6 is, he could tell you. But a 7-year-old might not be able to. So maybe this in India is just their way of stopping old men from marrying 7-year-olds.
Right. So they'll be like, 8 is fine, but 7,
Yeah,
you're pushing it.
Exactly. So this is just basically a grade 3 maths question.
Yeah, so I mean, they got morals in India, right?
got
They're just like,
morals.
hey, come on,
They're not
8 is
Pakistan.
fine, 8 is fine, 7 no,
There you go.
8 is fine, 7 no.
So
Hey, Narj, by the way, Narj Singh is laughing, and he's Indian, so it's not racist, okay?
yeah, if he's laughing, it can't be racist. So you're good, Byron. You're golden.
But you know what bugs me about this? It's like, if you just want to get married, why is there math involved? It's like, you think, if you ever gone to McDonald's, and it's like, you want a Big Mac, you still got to answer one of these questions.
Yeah, it's a skill testing question.
Yeah,
They
still-
usually do it in competitions where they're not allowed to just give prizes out. You have to have some sort of skill testing question to. I don't know why. It's some legal requirement of.
But if you had
competitions.
any like knowledge or skill, you wouldn't be eating McDonald's. So don't rub it.
No,
our
and we
face.
could be drunk.
Yeah, that's true.
In which case you might get that question right,
Yeah.
but if not,
So anyway, she didn't marry him, and then she got stoned to death.
all right, nice one. No,
Nice.
I think that's the wrong country.
Oh shit. Okay.
India throwing acid in the face.
Oh, there we go.
It's Pakistan stoned to death.
Okay. I don't know if is that racist on your part, or is that just
No,
accuracy?
no, that's just true.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, it's time for Twitastrophe.
Yeah. All right, so this week's tweet, Kanye West. Oh, he's celebrating his wife Kim Kardashian's 30 millionth Twitter follower by
30 million.
Yeah, that's insane. By posting nude pictures of her on the internet. Something most men would get beaten up over or dumped by, but not her. Well, they're just vanity couple, right? And it's just everything is just ego, fame,
She's got
fame.
30 million followers on Twitter.
Yeah.
And has she got anything to say?
No, nothing.
So why isn't she on Instagram? She just got pictures.
I know like porn stars that don't have a fraction of that.
So
And they're way more talented.
and they've got loads to say.
Yeah, well, they
Right.
got more to say than her.
Right. Okay. So can I just ask you do you know how many followers Kanye West has?
I think he's got like 11 million.
11 million. She's got 30.
But even though he's a twat, he's like at least, you could say he's
Yeah, he's a
talented.
gobshite. He's a gobshite. He's always running his mouth.
Yeah, but what does she do? She doesn't do anything. She's hot.
Yeah, well, I know.
That's it.
That's about it.
Yeah. And
can't
her
even
dad,
think
and
of
her
any-
dad defended a murder.
I can't even think of anything to say about her.
Yeah.
I've got
But
a
the fact
picture.
we're still talking about her and him.
Fair enough. Well, they are kind of a train wreck couple.
I know, but they're
It's
This-
like you know you got iced tea and cocoa. Ice loves cocoa, right?
yeah.
This is like their son and daughter, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. There's like they're waiting in the wing to take sort of like celebrity TV status from ice and cocoa.
But the fact, yeah, we always keep talking about these fucking people.
See, what you got to do, right? A lot of people think that Kanye West is an idiot. Fair enough, I'm one of those people. But the point is that there's still a lot of people out there that obviously like him. I mean, you try to tell me that 11 million people follow him out of a sense of irony. No, they follow him because they think that he's got great shit to say.
There might be a few million that follow him out of irony.
Out of
but even
irony.
still.
Yeah,
even
like
still,
like
then-
we follow Baby Hitler in that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we don't believe in infantile fascism.
Well, you know what though? I do like Baby Hitler's. I like what he has to say.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But anyway, people.
I mean, he just gurgles and shits his pants, but I'm sure it's coming from a place of hatred, and I can respect that.
People still follow Kanye West because they're fans of his, right? And what we're
Yeah.
going to do is turn the tables so that there's, let's say, 20 million people following him out of irony
Yeah.
and 10 million following him because they think he's great. And once we turn that table, then we'll be in a position of power. And then right and justice will be in a position of power because at the moment, he just gets to do what the fuck he wants as people still think he's great.
Yeah.
But he has to become a joke. So that's what this is about, really, mentioning him on
So, in case you're listening to this, please follow Kanye West on Twitter. Ironically,
just put a little asterisk
yeah.
after everything you say.
What we're trying to do is trying to get the ironic follow trend out.
That's it. Okay, so what's your week been like, Byron? What have you
Oh,
been
my
up to?
week. Oh my God, what has my week been like?
What have you been up to?
jeez. What have I been doing? I've been working on this sitcom pilot with a friend of mine.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's that about?
It's about me.
Oh,
and,
really? That's a
yeah,
surprise.
And actually, I don't know if you know about this, but you have a part in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I remember that now.
It's about this neurotic person who has ADD and he doesn't listen,
Obsessive compulsiveness.
and he's obsessive compulsive, and about him.
Is
and
he also a hypochondriac?
It's a bit of a hypochondriac too.
Does-
And,
is he really sort of like inherently selfish and doesn't
Totally.
really respect women?
It's very, very, very similar to me. And then I surround myself with like real asshole friends like yourself and my friend Eric, who's also on the show, Eric Amber. And then I have a woman playing my crazy mom.
Ah.
And then it's all set in a city called Vancouver, which is very politically correct and
Where you
gets us
live.
all into trouble. And let
Really?
the hijinks begin.
So it's just basically a documentary.
Yeah, it's just pretty much a documentary. We're going to film it, and then it's going to be great, and then nobody's going to see it, and we're going to feel like, what a waste of time that was.
But is anybody actually going to have to do any acting, or are they just going to play themselves?
They're just pretty much going to play themselves.
That's
So
great.
The motivation is don't act, just be, and
Yeah.
the character is you. So don't worry about it.
Yeah,
don't
just
need
don't-
to come into a place of where am I coming from. Just the place that you are.
Yeah, there's at no point during this film will anybody going, "Oh my God, the steamer's sinking. We only have enough water for one day. How am I going to save my pet baby seal?" No one's going to be doing that, are they?
And scene.
Yeah, no one's going to be doing that because that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
We're just going to get in and out of cars.
Like, I'm
Walk
the
down the street.
valedictorian of the school, and you just found out that your asshole's itchy, and go. No.
I like that.
Yeah. But so anyway, that's what I'm doing. And how about your week?
Just same old. What did I talk about last week? I was talking about kids, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I don't want to repeat myself. This week
Do you
we
still
had
have kids this week?
Yeah, I still got kids this week.
Oh, that's good.
I haven't eaten them or lost them.
No?
No, they're still there.
Okay.
When I go back tonight, they'll still be there.
Yeah, right.
We've got a new regime in the house. My wife's got this new regime where basically she's getting the kids under control, and there's a reward system. It's very much like training a Labrador or something like that, because we've been having problems recently. So we're going back to basics, get the kids trained, and because we were having real problems, right, especially with language and appropriate and inappropriate behavior. I've got a 4-year-old who, if you get him really angry, right, he'll just turn around and call you a dickhead. He will, and he'll just turn around and go like, "Mummy, you dickhead!" And that's obviously unacceptable in any family, right?
Yeah, where did he get that from? Where did he get the bad language from?
The thing in our family is that you can tell whether he got it from the mum or the dad by the accent in which he pronounces the word, right? So if he goes dickhead, it's from me when I'm driving, because once or twice, I might have been driving and forgot they were in the back and somebody cut me up and I go, dickhead. So he'll say it in my accent, right? But if he's saying, "Oh, for fuck's sake," he'll do it in a Yorkshire accent, which is where my wife's from. And I can tell just by how he says it as to who he's got it off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So has he gotten worse swear words from you, or have you been keeping a tab or
Mine.
he's gotten fucking shit from you, but he's
Yeah,
gotten
no. Yeah, he gets
cunt
worse
and
ones
piss
from my
from me.
wife. Mine are more comical. Mine are more like dickhead and wanker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but when they say you fucking dickhead,
Yeah.
it is quite aggressive. Little kid turning around and telling you you're a dickhead. That's quite funny.
That is funny.
Anyway, that's what's been happening
Oh,
this
kids,
week in
they're
me.
such adorable little pieces of shit.
Oh, they're great, man. I tell you, never a dull moment.
Yeah.
Never a dull moment.
You never get to
it's like
rest,
dealing
relax, but you're never bored.
You're never bored. It's like dealing with drunk Serbian paramilitaries
Yeah.
constantly, 17 hours a day. It's like dealing with tiny pint-sized drunk Serbian paramilitaries.
So basically, children are the fall of former Yugoslavia.
Well, just, yeah, they're the fall of any sort of a semblance of a manageable life from that point on.
Yeah, or
There
that.
you go. Until they leave, which won't be for a while.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are we up to, Byron? Where are we?
Well, I don't know. I think it's time for our new segment, Street Jokes.
Okay, it's time for street jokes. Oh, what's the theme tune that goes with street jokes? Do you remember?
Street Jokes.
That's your version. No, it goes.
Oh, no.
Street jokes. Street jokes. Street jokes. Street jokes. Street jokes. Yeah.
Ha ha! That's the ticket.
There you go. That's it. That's what it sounds like. Anyway, so this week we've got a street joke from a guy called Tharg in
the hell?
Wisconsin. I know, it's a
He must
fucking
be into
weird
heavy
name.
metal or something.
He's probably into heavy metal. And I think he is into heavy metal. Wait till you hear his joke. It's a knock-knock joke. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Open the door, you little fuck. It's the Grim Reaper. That's it. Yeah. I'm glad you didn't say the Grim Reaper who, because that's from Tharg. Thanks very much, Tharg.
Nice.
That's
Thanks,
a brilliant.
Doc.
That's,
Seems like a lovely chap.
yeah, he probably kills every other knock-knock joke out there, that one.
Yeah. I got a guy named Franz.
Yeah.
Franz Lowe from Dusseldorf.
Well, wow, you're spreading your wings, aren't you?
Well, he emailed us. I
Well-
mean, we get listeners all around the world.
Mhm.
So Franz said just like, why didn't Hitler drink alcohol?
Why is that?
Because it made him angry.
I don't get that. Why is that? Is that a German joke?
Yeah, that's very
What do you
German.
mean angry?
Well, because he was normally angry in general. So that's
Well,
why he
it's
didn't drink
evil
alcohol.
and calculating, but angry. Okay, fair enough. No, sorry, I'm ruining
Well,
that.
whatever.
All right, go on. No, that's good. I like. No, I know it. No, well, I kind of. It's all right.
Yeah, okay.
It's okay. It's probably works better in German.
Yeah, everything works
I'm
better
glad
in
you
German.
did that in a German accent because I was worried. I thought you were about to do it in a Bulgarian or Romanian one.
Anyway, if you have any jokes, please email us at The Dry Shave Show.
Oh, I love the way you
at
do that.
gmail.com.
Please email us at the Dry Shave Show at gmail.com.
Yeah, that's the one. That's
That's
the
the
ticket.
one, baby.
Oh, and if you have a catastrophe, at the Dry Shave Show. as well.
Fantastic. I love the way you do that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached that part in the show, and it's time for the editorial. And this week, we've got a special treat for you. This week, our editorial is coming from our very own Byron Bertram.
Today I'm here to talk to you about Facebook. Facebook is a problem facing Western society to its core. It's the alcoholism of the internet, and if you have no willpower or time management skills, your day is shot. It's an open bar of electricity that no one yells last call. It's a socially acceptable substance abuse that opens a vortex of narcissism and vain opinions that you never knew you had. How many likes did I get? How many friends do I have? Anyone tag me? Anyone poke me? Better check my phone while I'm taking a shit to see if I got a notification about a friend's party in a different country I won't go to. Oh, speaking of my friends, it's 7 of their birthdays today, and I better wish all of them a happy one, and let's not forget to attach them an e-card, or I'll be considered a self-centered social leper. Work, household chores, personal goals, and relationships all seem to make way for what's clearly important in life. And that is posting 14 selfies, followed by sharing an inspirational meme with Gandhi and a rainbow, just to get more people to think I'm really spiritually enlightened. When in reality, I'm just another transparent, self-important twat with bored fingers and meaningless thoughts nobody cares about. Facebook is fake, and the whole Facebook friends culture is fake. We all have Facebook friends that we're not real friends with. We have friends we don't even like. I'm a Facebook slut, and I don't accept any friends request. I have no standards at all. I'm basically a Facebook hoarder. A friend of mine just deleted 1,000 friends of people he didn't care about. I'm still friends with all his ex-girlfriends, and I never met any of them. If we have no mutual friends and your profile pic is that of a dead cat, come on board, buddy. I'm not judging you. Why? Because you're just adding up my friends count, and that makes me look popular. You can post the most racist, sexist, mean-spirited shit, and if it comes on my newsfeed, half the time, I might even like it. But if you start criticizing my sports team, then you cross the line and you're a piece of shit. Unfriended. These are the things that matter to me in my lotus land of plastic cancerous core values. And it bothers me that I have these terrible thoughts and habits of social media addiction. It bothers me a lot, but not enough to stop changing my profile pic every day, hoping to get more likes. Don't get me wrong, like most Facebook addicts, I never plan on spending most of my time on Facebook. I seek out to do more productive things with my time, like read random articles on Wikipedia, tweet troll celebrities, or watch YouTube documentaries about Nazis and kittens. But without fail, none of these pursuits get accomplished, as I inevitably get caught back in the rabbit hole of reading the news feed of my 3,000 fake friends. Oh, look, this girl's feeling blessed. This guy's dog just died. This guy's humble bragging. This girl I once dated just had an ugly baby. This girl just waited in line to get a sandwich and is feeling slightly annoyed. Before you know it, it's 3 a.m. And I even forgot to watch porn. I was planning on masturbating, but now I'm too tired from writing sarcastic comments on everybody's updates. Facebook's the heroin of social media. Nothing else beats it. That's why. In fact, Facebook is so addictive that it took me a month to write this editorial because I kept getting distracted with Facebook. The problem is we have too many options and distractions at our fingertips. Social media and the internet make our ADHD possibilities limitless in what we do with our time. Do I creep girls on Tinder? Do I stay on Facebook chat, talking to fake friends? Or do I put down my phone and keep my eyes on the road while I'm driving? The options are limitless, and it frustrates my distracted, gluttonous brain as it just can't seem to get enough crap feeding it and pulling it in different, unimportant directions of surfacey bullshit. I wish life were simpler and I didn't have all these options. I really do. But then again, do I? The most traumatic thing that could possibly happen to me is when my phone dies. Armageddon ensues, and I start to panic. I walk on my head up. I look people in the eyes while talking to them. I give undivided attention while having sex. It's horrible, and I wouldn't wish it on anybody. I better find a plug outlet quick, because I feel like I'm living back in the Stone Age of 2007. All in all, I'll get resentful of myself that I'm on Facebook too much. It's a terrible habit, and I'm sure people in the Western world with too much time on their hands identify with this first world situation. I can't say it's a problem. It's just being a cunt. I'm Byron Bertram, and I hope you like, comment, and share this editorial.
Oh, Byron, that was great. I
Thank
love
you.
that. Yeah, you're such a whore, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, I knew that already, but that's nice to hear it from your mouth.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to change my ways.
No,
But,
you
I
know,
realize.
Facebook it's cancerous. I just use it as an outlet for political opinion and rants.
Yeah.
Basically, I don't use it for anything else. I don't want people don't get to see a picture of my kids. Fuck them. You know, you're right. Half the people on there I don't really want to have knowing my business.
Yeah.
Well, half the people on there I don't want them to know my fucking business. I don't want them to know what I'm doing weekly, daily. I might not see them for years.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do I want them to know what I'm doing?
You just want them to know what your opinion on
Yeah,
ISIS
that's
is.
it. Yeah, that's it. I don't want them to know anything about me other than that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's toxic. You're right. I agree. I couldn't agree more. You know, I always say, this is what I always say when people talk about Facebook. I say it is to communication what pornography is to sex. It's the
Yeah.
crack cocaine of communication. You know, it's not
Got
actually
it.
really real.
Got it. It's addictive.
Yeah, it's addictive, eh?
Yeah.
I don't.
Can't wait to put this editorial on Facebook. and
Yeah,
see
you
how
should
many
put it
likes
on
I get.
Facebook because that'd be like sort of like a snake eating its tail.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, I don't know, a crow eating a piece of shit and then shitting it out and then eating it again and then eating it again and
Be a
shitting it out and
paradox.
all that, yeah. Until it's just a dry little pebble of meaning.
Yeah, totally. Speaking of dry pebbles of meaning, I think we're ready for this week's happy ending.
Oh, it's just going to make me happy after that.
Yeah.
Who's it with?
It's with our baby.
Oh,
boy.
baby. It's
Our
with our
baby.
baby.
Here he is, this week's happy ending with our man, Narj Singh.
Good evening, this is Narj Singh, and this is your happy ending. You know, I kind of like the fact that somebody finally is showing some honesty and saying, let's just kill them by bludgeoning them to death or firing them bullet squad. I mean, thank you, Utah, because everybody else is just becoming so pretentious. I mean, pretentiousness is everywhere. I mean, the other day I was at this performance and at this place called the Center in Vancouver for Performing Arts. It's a lousy theater that moonlights as a church on weekdays. But why not just call it a lousy theater that moonlights as a church on weekdays? And fine. Okay, one expects this sort of thing and this sort of fuckery from showbiz and religion, but highbrow academia is also on this shit. The Souder Center of Excellence for Graduate Business Studies at UBC in Vancouver. The Christoph M. Kostakos Institution of New Jersey University for Business Incubation. Incubating? I mean, these same names sound like they are trying to hide something, and they probably are. I mean, it's places like these that, you know, churn out all these crooks that siphon off millions and leave entire nations beggared. I mean, if they're incubating anything, it's just incubating parasites that infest grannies and rob them of their retirement funds. And it's not just these buildings at universities, it's even the graffiti these days is getting pretentious. I mean, I work outside the work building I work at, there's this one gem that somebody has spray painted. As she dances in the widescreen of her existence. What? Huh? Whatever happened to Christine is a cunt written in feces? Whatever happened to the poets? Where have they gone? And of course, you think Starbucks couldn't get any more pretentious, but it has. It's now called Starbucks La Boulange. It's the same old crap, but this time it's cut differently and it's got a French name. And why don't you just go to a real French bakery? There are many that could use your support. And of course, don't get me started on corporate mission statements. Here's another one. Our DNA is unique. Our people are transformational. Relentless, fearless, tribal, streetwise, and human, and regular clients of the food bank and free clinics. That should show some honesty. Even science is getting pretentious. And the most pretentious is the bogus science of nutrition, and the worst are nutritionists. A good friend of mine just started dating a nutritionist, and she has a pretentious name. Her first name's Mackenzie, and she's already starting to give him a diet list. Here's an example. 7 a.m. 2 quarts of alkalized water with apple cider vinegar, organic spirulina, activated almonds, stevia, coconut kefir, and 2 poached eggs or emu meatballs. Where the fuck you buy this shit? I went to the local grocery store and she was like, "Oh, we don't have emu meatball, but we have chicken toenails." I mean, like, come on. And then there is, of course, Gwyneth Paltrow. Gwyneth, I know, it's like really fashionable to be hating on her, but she deserves it. I mean, here are actual Gwyneth quotes. "I'd rather smoke crack than eat cheese from a tin. I would rather die than let my kids eat a cup of soup." Well, great. Well done, Gwyneth. Thank you for raising your kids that rather smoke crack and watch their mother die than eat Ichiban noodles. Well, I'd rather you and your lovely, lousy kids get kidnapped by Serbian gangsters, starved for 40 days and 40 nights, and then given a meal of corn that you have to pick out of the shit that they just deposited in front of you. Actually, I'd rather have your eyes gouged out and stuffed with free trade ancho chilies and a sorghum-crusted heirloom melon covered in organic feces shoved up your ass and grilled the whole Gwyneth on an open fire with squirrel testes stuffed into the mouth. Or not, because sometimes you feel like nuts, sometimes you don't. It's just all marketing, masquerading as science. It's all bogus and based on small studies investigating something else. Like how an enzyme in human sperm called spermidine made fruit flies live 7 times longer. So now they have spermidine pills to prolong your life. Well, why don't you be natural and organic and just start swallowing cum every day, for fuck's sakes? It's all marketing. It makes people and things sound more important and lofty, and they really are. You can buy a portable excavating device for $500, or for $5 you can get a spade or a shovel, and the only difference is a rubber handle. And all this pretentiousness also, of course, who am I kidding? Sometimes I get to be pretentious too, and sometimes I wish, to change my name to Sri Jaya Bhupati Jaya Manahan Vishnu Murthy Chakla Bhuvarandas Nita Haro Govardhana Tunga Deva Singh Mackenzie. This is Narj, and that's your happy ending. And the recipe, well, you got the Gwyneth on an open fire recipe. Enjoy. Thank you.
That was awesome. Little disappointed there's no chicken, but Gwyneth will do.
I would just like to say that obviously the happy ending honeymoon is over with. That there was not much. That was a departure from the norm. Narj. That wasn't really a happy ending.
Yeah, but
it was a pretty angry ending.
Yeah,
it's gouging people's eyes out. But
Narj has never been in a better mood, ironically.
He looks pretty happy with himself.
He does.
A lot of vitriol there, though. I was quite taken by Gwyneth Paltrow. Gwyneth Paltrow really said that she'd rather die than give her kids cup of soup.
Yes, yeah, oh yeah, she's on record. I mean, it was like some interview with some, one of those entertainment porno mags. I mean, that's what I call them. I mean, I'd rather have people read, actual porno magazines. That's less offensive to me than someone reading, all these celebrity gossip magazines. But she's on there, yeah.
So basically, that's interesting, because I'm sure if you gave her the choice, she'd go, "No, I'll have the cup of soup."
Yeah.
If you said, put a bullet in your head right now, no, it's okay, I'll drink the cup of soup.
Yeah, what do you know? I like soup.
Hey, what do you know? I all of a sudden like soup. I love this cup of soup. What, you just had water? Love it.
Well, it's the equivalent of like a non-celebrity just writing racist stuff on YouTube and being all brave.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Narj,
But,
is this going to...
I'd still have sex with her.
You would have sex with her?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Is this the new Narj? Not quite so happy?
Not necessarily. I do have a chicken recipe. I mean... Oh, right. There is one chicken recipe, and since we are all being pretentious, okay, well, I get pretentious if I'm trying to get laid. So I'll
Well, who doesn't? You can't help it, right?
So I will cook some cornmeal and just, have it.
Is that you being pretentious for cooking cornmeal?
No, I'll just cook some cornmeal.
Ooh la la.
you know, with a pretentious balsamic vinaigrette. You know.
Your chauffeur has arrived for your cornmeal.
No, but you call it, Reggianato crusted polenta.
Okay,
Oh,
so
right.
Then it
it's
sounds,
Yeah.
pretentious for sure.
If you'd say that to them, then yeah.
Right, but it's cornmeal with some parmesan on it, and then baked in the oven, and then the chicken just cooked in some wine and vinegar, and that's the reduction, because it reduces and intensifies the flavor. And if you add tomatoes, it doesn't lower the alcoholic content. So you can call it crusted, herb crusted chicken breast with balsamic reduction and red wine sauce. Shit like that always gets me laid.
Get them pissed up and then have your way with them.
Yeah.
I like how the French make any food sound pretentious, though, and it could be terrible.
Well, yeah. Well, that's why Starbucks going for the La
Yeah.
Blanche.
Well, it's like croque monsieur. It's like cheese on toast. Croque monsieur.
Stale
fucking-
bread is crouton. You know.
Yeah. Stale toasted bread.
Yeah, just
It's fucked.
phlegm, escargot.
Yeah. It's fucked, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Narj. That was hilarious. And the world is a pretentious, douchey place.
It
but
fucking is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But just to remind you, we're not here. We are the Dry Shave Show, and we are produced and published by Leone Digital Podcast Network. The producer today was Matthew Cal Grant. Isn't he lovely? And the writing was done by Eric Amber, Matthew Cal Grant. Again, he's a busy boy. Narj Singh, of course, and Stephen Peaver, myself, and Byron Bertram, of course. Well, you've been listening to the show. Tell a friend. Give us a rating if you like it. Email us at thedryshaveshow@gmail.com. Find us and like us on Twitter and Facebook and all that sort of malarkey. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Good night from me.
Good night from me as well.
Good night.